I guess I'll head up to Lightning Flat, see the folks for a day or two.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you, bud. It's likely November before it can come out here again, after we shift stock and before winter feeding starts again.
November? Well, what the hell ever happened to August? Christ, Enos, you know, you had a fucking week to say some other word about this. Why is it that we're always in the friggin' cold? We ought to go south where it's warm, you know? We ought to go to Mexico.
Mexico? Hell, Jack, you know me. About all the traveling I ever done is around a coffee pot looking for the handle. Come on, Jack, lighten up on me. We can hunt in November. Kill us a nice elk. Try if I can't get done Rose's cabin again. We had a good time that year, didn't we?
There's never enough time. Never enough. You know, friend, this is a bitch of an unsatisfactory situation. You used to come away easy. Now it's like seeing the Pope.
Jack, I gotta work, huh? I mean, in those earlier days, I just quit the job. You forget what it's like being broke all the time. You ever hear of child support? I'll tell you this, I can't quit this one, and I can't get the time off. It was hard enough getting this time. The trade-off was August. You got a better idea?
I did once.
You did once. You've been to Mexico, Jack Twist. Because I hear I hear what they got in Mexico for boys like you.
Hell yes, I've been to Mexico. Is that a fucking problem?
I'm gonna tell you this one time, Jack fucking Twist, and I ain't fooling. What I don't know, all them things that I don't know, could get you killed if I come to know them. I ain't joking.
Yeah, we'll try this one, and I'll say it just once.
Go ahead.
Tell you what, we could have had a good life together. Fucking real good life. Had us a place of our own. But you didn't want it, Enos. So what do we got now is Brokeback Mountain. Everything's built on that. That's all we got. Boy, fucking all. So I hope you know that, if you ever know the rest. You count the damn few times we've been together in nearly 20 years and you measure the short fucking leash you keep me on. And then you ask me about Mexico and tell me you'll kill me for needing something I don't hardly never get. You have no idea how bad it gets. I'm not you. I can't make it on a couple of high altitude fucks once or twice a year. You are too much for me, Enos. You son of a whoreson bitch. I wish I knew how to quit you.
Well, why don't you? Why don't you just let me be, huh? It's because of you, Jack, that I'm like this. I ain't nothing. I ain't nowhere. Get the fuck off me.
It's all right. It's all right. Damn you, Enos.
I can't stand this anymore, Jack.
And scene.
And scene. Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
And this is our formal audition for the squeakquel to Brokeback Mountain.
We didn't mean it, Sarah Sherman, when we passed on you last time. We were just kidding. Forgive us. But yeah, happy Pride again.
Happy Pride. We're still keeping it going with the gays.
Yeah. And if you're homophobic and you don't know what that was about, we are dressed as Enos and Jack from Brokeback Mountain.
A true love story.
Mm-hmm. When did that come out?
Ooh,
well, we were still in high school. Well, I was in high school, I think.
I was gonna say, I think it's 2006.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because Heath Ledger passed away like
2005.
2007, 2008, I think.
That's crazy. So I remember, because at the time it was cool to be homophobic, you know? So I just remember lots of jokes about it at school. Do you remember the guys at your school talking about it? Or
I mean, it was, first of all, like it was a big movie. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there weren't a lot of big like blockbuster movies with two like leads, mm-hmm. like two well-known leads that was like, you know, a gay love story.
Right.
It did take me a long time to see it. Mm-hmm. I saw it in parts, and it was, like I said, it was such a big movie that you knew about it. You got the references, like you understood what it was about, but it did take me a while to see it because it's such a long movie too.
Yes.
And it's so sad.
It really is. And I mean, when I first saw it, the ending, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it, but spoiler alert, like they kind of go their separate ways, right? And at the end, he's holding Enos, Heath Ledger's
Well,
character.
he gets killed.
Well, okay, that's what I
Oops.
thought, but actually, from what because I was like, I wanted to like refresh on the ending, and it's kind of, it's not that he dies, but because he remembers as a kid, hearing that these guys who were gay were killed, and he hasn't heard from Jack. That's where his mind goes to. So it's not necessarily that he is killed. It's just more like his imagination is thinking that that's what's happened to him because he has no communication with him.
Oh, well, I guess that's the phone call.
He visits his parents.
Well, then what did I read that was saying that it was like it was like almost like his imagination.
He sends a letter to him, and then it comes back to him saying deceased. So it can't be.
But like what I think what we don't know is like how it happened, because
Right, so
Anne Hathaway
that's what he's imagining.
says a different story on the phone, right? When she calls and he's like, "Oh, so you're the friend from Brokeback Mountain or whatever." She's like, "No, he got a flat tire and he got like, I think, hit by a car while he was trying to change it." But what we see, and this is also maybe like what is it true or not, is what we're seeing also play while she's saying these words is him getting beat up by her dad and her brother, I think. So maybe that's where his mind was going, and maybe she wasn't lying. I don't know. Like,
Well, also too, I mean, I also wonder because what year is this movie set in? Is it like this 80s?
it's, well,
1963 and 1983.
Okay, so I also would, you could also suspect that maybe he died from like HIV or AIDS, because that was like at the height of that happening, and I know he would like go to Mexico and stuff, and like probably was having unprotected sex. So like I wonder also maybe that was like an excuse of like, oh, he just happened to die from this. But so yeah, I guess what I was confusing was just it's almost like his worst fear of what would happen to himself. He was putting on how Jack might have died.
And how he's just like, ya cuando está like, well, he's not even like viejito by the end of the movie. He's like just
40s.
older.
Yeah.
Like his daughter like goes and makes the effort to try to see him, but he's such a recluse, like lives in his little trailer, like just prefers his simple life, because to him it was Jack or nothing. And that's beautiful.
Yeah, but I also do see it as like he's just like really fearful.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he was always afraid of being himself.
I think it was, and I get this now, especially now that I'm older and like all the things that are happening. I think the fear of violence is like what really scared him, I think. You know what I mean? Obviously he had like his daughter and stuff, but I think that seeing that guy that was killed for being gay when he was younger really fucked him up. You know what I mean? And what's interesting too to me is like, I wonder if he, like in the climate of 2026, if he truly was just gay, or maybe he was bisexual, because it does seem like he like was attracted to his wife, and there was really were there any hints at him like liking boys when he was younger or anything like that? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but in that movie, like when him and his wife, who actually ended up being his like real wife, and they do have a daughter.
Yeah.
Also, rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Like when they're having sex, he like flips her around, and I think it's because like anal.
Well, yeah, because that's what he had done with Jack.
Yeah, so I'm like, that maybe like he's like, if I think about it this way,
But
and
you know
I
what?
just think about Jack.
A lot of girlfriends of mine have told me that guys have tried to like put it in their butts before without
Guys
asking.
do that.
And they don't ask.
That's rude.
Yeah. I had a friend who was like, we're not doing that. Like, or you should ask me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Consent.
Yeah. But, well, a lot of gay people love to make fun of like that first scene where they have sex for the first time in the tent or whatever. And especially Katja, she's like, so you're telling me these straight guys who never had anal before, just with their dirty asses out in the forest, no douching, just had anal for the first time?
They
They douched in the river or what?
They didn't know what they were in for. And then they're like, lesson learned, you guys, for the next time.
For the next time, we'll bring our douches.
I think for me, the scene is like when he goes to, Jack goes to visit him in his hometown where he lives with his wife. And then like, he's so excited. He's like, my friend's here. But they go outside and they're like pushes against the wall and they're like kissing fiercely. And the wife is like the door open.
That should be a meme because she was literally like,
and it just like goes back inside. And that's when she like tricks him with like the box, the tackle box.
Shit has never been used. Yeah. But that scene where she's watching them like make out is kind of funny.
And then like goes back and like pretends to be still whatever washing the dishes. And he's like, me and Jack are gonna go we're gonna go to the bar or whatever. And they go to a motel.
Yeah. Okay, this topic I want to talk to you about because I'm wondering from like a female perspective how you feel about this. So there's been like, I've seen a lot of instances where men come out later and some of them have wives and children. And a lot of the comments I see from women, they're probably bots, honestly, are like, how could he do that to her? He ruined her life. If he knew, why would he get married? And I get that. But I feel like you have to understand that, especially if you're like a conservative woman or like you're around that, what other choice was there? Like if your community is going to ostracize your husband and he's like really fearful about coming out as gay, like what are the options there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand that sucks.
And why is it so black and white though? Like
exactly.
Why couldn't, I think that, I mean, there's probably still some love for the person that they married and like fell in love with because that's who like they were comfortable with and was like, you know, if I'm going to, maybe it's a point where it's like, if I'm going to, you know, ignore my true self or whatever, and I'm going to do what's best for me in this situation, which is settle down and marry a woman. I mean, they still pick a partner. I don't know. I think it is a really tough question. And I'm not one to say, why did he waste her time and stuff? Because I don't know what it feels like to, is it that you just hide that part of yourself forever? Or is it that you just genuinely don't know that about yourself until later in life?
You know, I do find that very interesting. There's a lot of gay people who are like, I didn't know I was gay until college. And I'm like, so it's not strange, but it's just not my experience because I always knew since I was a little kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I think about sexuality being a spectrum or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it comes in waves for some people, you know?
So you've never been attracted to a woman? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I've made out with girls before.
That's not the same thing.
Would I have sex with a woman? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, you heard it here, folks.
Maybe.
Well, no, I feel like that's even a separate thing too, because like sexuality, like, I mean, like sex could be any.
Yeah, I mean, I've been attracted to women before. I just like dick way more, you know.
Okay.
So, but I wouldn't say I'm bisexual either. I'm not gonna like say that because it's not true. But like,
yeah,
again, in the spectrum of things, like, if 10 is being super gay and like you don't like women at all, maybe I'm like an 8.5 or 9, you know.
And you know, that's also such a weird thing to try to answer, because
yeah, I mean, I guess it can feel very like grosero, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really what it boils down to, is sexuality. You know what I mean? I mean, like I've like watched straight porn to like pleasure myself too. A lot of gay people do. There's a lot of porn stars too that are, you know, bisexual, will do gay porn and straight porn, or they'll do like bisexual porn as well.
There's a fly in here and it's pissing me off. I can't stop staring at it. I mean, it catches my eye.
What do you think is, so kind of along the lines of queerness is kind of like the spectrum of like femininity and masculinity. Like obviously like you're very femme, like you like to dress up, you love makeup, but like what aspects of yourself are you like, that's pretty masculine of me? Or like what's, because you do love dressing up as a boy. I will say that for Halloween.
Because I think it's funny, but I don't know. I haven't like. I think. See, I don't know, because I would say like, oh, the masculine part is like a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because like, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like part of you maybe finds it difficult to like see yourself as masculine because you were raised to be like a girl?
Well, no, but also like I didn't have sisters, so I just had brothers. So
Right.
like I think that's maybe where like some of that comes off, where like the sense of humor that I have was like what I grew up around with, and my mom and I like I'm the last one and the only girl, so my mom being like 38 when I was born means that she was already like in her 40s by the time I was hitting puberty, or like 50s by the time I was hitting puberty, and we just weren't like close like that to where, you know, your mom is your girlfriend and like you're like she's like passing down makeup to you or whatever. Like that's not at all the relationship that we had. She was just like my mom, and like I think I've said this before. Like I've had friends who have younger moms who then like they have a friendship.
Yeah.
And so like it's more of like a sharing girlhood together, I guess. And I feel like I didn't have that with my mom, but also that's a result of like my mom losing her mom real early.
Yeah.
So I think that's where like the femininity or whatever, like the being a girl mom, and like what I guess what I see online today of like girl moms, like just like they're being all cute with their daughters, and their daughters are like exploring makeup and like my first makeup and all that stuff. Like I don't think I really had that.
Yeah.
More so in the sense of like, here's a play set of makeup, have fun.
Oh, I see.
But not like I'm your mom and let's talk about makeup and let's
Yeah.
talk about like how we look and how we dress and like finding our identity. Like that's such a different thing. Like, and I feel like this happens a lot with just having immigrant parents. Your experience growing up is so different from theirs that there's just like, it's very hard to relate.
It's almost to like there's like no time for that.
Yeah.
Because your family's in survival mode.
Yeah.
You know? So what's your relationship to femininity now that you're an adult? And we're talking about femininity within the confines of the social structure that have been created, you know?
I mean, I think that's when I'm like leaning more into like doing makeup and feeling like pretty and like doing my hair and all that stuff, as like me tying into like femininity, or like having your nails done, having long nails in general.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's how my relationship with it now is, like me exploring it by myself, like
Interesting.
makeup,
Yeah.
looks, even when I dress, like I just like, it's that thing where like I want to look like, you want to look cute and you want to wear the little skirt, but that's not comfortable. Like, so I default into comfort.
Because you weren't like, you didn't feel like femininity was sort of like passed on to you, I guess we could say that.
Well, because I was like chiquita and flaquita.
Like, do you ever feel
Flat-chested,
like, were you ever just like, is this feminine? Like, do you kind of do that? You're like, is this like girly?
No, I think now I'm more like, is this like a fit? Is this cute? Like, do I make this look good? Because I think there's probably it's more like rooted in like physical appearance, being like, well, when I was younger and like going into like middle school, high school, like I didn't develop like the other girls. So like I wasn't wearing
Okay.
I wasn't like showing off my best feature. You know what I mean? Like I was.
Yeah, I
So
think
I
I
think
know.
that's where like my tiness to femininity came later when I started feeling more like I could even do that.
I see. Yeah, because when you're younger, I feel like, especially for me, masculinity was tied to like being tall or being hairy, or like you're just more prone to like being able to develop like muscles better than other people. Like I know Ricky talked about like when he went through puberty, he was able to grow mutton chops. Like I would have killed to do that. So like my relationship with masculinity also felt, it almost feels like you feel like betrayed by your body, that it's not doing this thing that like is happening for everyone else.
Yeah.
So you kind of feel
Like I'm supposed to be this Latina that doesn't look like a hot Latina.
yeah, or for me it was more like I'm a man, but like I can't grow facial hair, I'm not hairy, you know. So like my relationship to masculinity, it's interesting when you feel like your body betrayed you in a way, you know.
Yeah.
But that's why that stuff can be so harmful, because especially when we talk about like trans people or whatever, that like they're not passable, or you know, how can a woman look like this? But there are just some women who, because of biology, don't look like, don't exhibit traditional feminine attributes. You know what I mean? There's, I forget her name, but she's she's an influencer. She's been on red carpets before, but she's got like very broad shoulders. I think she's an athlete. And I don't know if she does wrestling or something like that. She's got dark hair. I forget her name.
Is it the one
Do you
that?
want me to Google athlete with broad shoulders?
No. Is it
I
the?
mean, you can do influencer, and she was on the red carpet. She interviewed Reese Witherspoon with an old photo of her from like the 90s, and was like, Reese, sign this photo, please, please, please. I forget her name. But she gets a lot of hate online because they're like, you're a man, you're a fucking man.
Is it Drew Afualo? Is it the one that
No,
drags men?
not
Because she
her.
gets the same hate.
Not her, but I know she talks about that as well, because
Yeah.
she's like, I'm also like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, they're always dogging on trans women, and like, you need to look feminine. You're like, can you imagine a world where like you can't go into the bathroom unless someone checks and makes sure that you look feminine? Like, there are some women that just don't. And I don't know if this is true.
Well, yeah, because it's the construct.
Yeah. Like you need to be really small and short and have hips or whatever. And like, I don't know if this is true. We'll have to fact check this, but Luke was telling me that they wanted to like maybe do like bathroom checks in the UK, and that some biological women were told you can't come in because they thought they were trans and they weren't.
Some of us just look like our dad.
Yeah, and that's okay. And some of us look like our mom or have the bodies of our mom.
But yeah, I guess in like the relationship with femininity and masculinity like starts at a very early age, and it's whether or not you exhibit the
Genetic markers.
that you would like to, or that society tells you that you should.
Yeah. Because even in TV shows, like I can think of the infamous Lizzie McGuire "I Want a Bra" episode. I want a bra, okay, BRA. I don't know what she says, but yeah, like the whole thought is like, you know, your boobs are gonna get bigger, and you know you're gonna this that. And same thing with me, like you're gonna start growing a beard and have chest hair, and I was just like,
Where?
what is happening? When is it gonna happen? And it just never does, you know. And some of us. And the thing is like you just have to maneuver the world, especially as a gay man, just like being inherently feminine, and like that's just is gonna like there's no way that I'm gonna avoid not being gay. Like Luke can be passable, but I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for a long time, and I even talked to my therapist about it, I was like, well, the way that I thought to be successful in the world is like to be masculine, or to like look white or be white or exhibit those, because those are the
Who's
people
in power.
Those are the people who hold power. Did you find her name out at all?
Ilona Mar?
I think that's her. Yeah.
Oh, she is an athlete, like a professional athlete.
Yeah,
She's really funny. Yeah.
Her sister actually, I think it was her. Her sister is the one who like came up with the girl dinner.
Yeah, but she's really funny. She's like been on red carpets, but she talks about getting hate because she's got broad shoulders. You know, I don't think she's got hips necessarily. But yeah, especially men, even though I'm like, you probably like look like a fucking gremlin in your house and you're telling women that they look ugly.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Any chance for a man to just like bash on a woman, they will take it. And they'll, they're gonna,
Literally and figuratively.
unfortunately, yes. So earlier I did what I wanted to ask you a question about, we're all raised like you're a boy, boys do this, you're a girl, girls do this. Is there anything you can think of that as a girl you were told you can't do that because girls don't do that?
Play with boys.
Okay.
I feel like my cousin and I got told that a lot.
Like roughhousing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you just don't play with boys like that.
Okay. Even with your brothers too?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I remember like my dad telling my brother to like not play with me, but my brother would like beat my ass. Like,
I mean, that's a part of
so it's
growing
like,
up, yeah.
I could have gotten hurt,
Yeah.
but, and he'd be like, no, like she's like,
Está chiquita.
yeah, no, con ella si no juegues. Like, so it was like that. So it was like the closeness to boys is, I feel like is probably like what sticks out to me the most of like, you can't do this.
Which maybe was a good thing.
Yeah. Cause I mean,
Some of these, yeah, you hear stories of
boys
like
grow up to be men.
the whole, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, it wasn't expressly told to me, but like the idea of like maybe doing dance or cheerleading was never on the table for me. One time my mom did ask me because my sister was in dance, and after school, my mom didn't want me by myself at the house because I was too young. So I'd go with her to like sit outside while my sister did dance. And she did ask me once, but because I was so fearful about what other people thought, I said, no, I don't want to do that. And I regret it because I knew some people, some gay men who were like cheerleaders, and like they just seem so confident, you know what I mean? And there's like an athleticism to it. And I just wonder if like I would have been like a different person.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But okay, and now that you're saying that, like, that is also, from my perspective, like, there's more flexibility in what girls can do. Because, of course, like, a dad wants her daughter to, like, be in the soccer game, whatever. He's like, I want to see her play sports. Like, I want to be proud of her because, like, because I'm a man and, like, that's masculine. But, like, vice versa, I wouldn't be like, oh, I don't want my son to join the dance class. Yeah. But my daughter can do the dance class. She can also do the sports. She can do like whatever. Like there's probably more flexibility in what to some. I mean, this is also, of course, knowing that at the top, or the what is it? The layer under this is like still sexism and like what women can't do and can't do successfully or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's probably still more flexibility in like having your daughter do sports in one season and then like be the cheerleader or like be in dance or like, you know, whatever, like having a little bit of both worlds where in sons don't get that flexibility. It's just sports.
Well, what's interesting too is I feel like there's a cutoff for girls. It's cute if your daughter wants to be in soccer when she's little, but like I feel like some men would be like, she shouldn't be doing soccer when she's older. You know, that's
maybe.
You know, I feel like
Yeah.
Like
well, because
again,
like I think as women, like as you start growing up, like then they just don't want you to be better than anybody.
Yeah.
Than a man.
Yeah. And then there's just some women too who are like, you shouldn't be doing that. That's super masculine. Like, what are you doing? You know, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But like one of the things I was really impressed by just talking about like masculine realms is that Alma's sister is a welder. You know, that's kind of more quote unquote masculine, but that's really awesome that like as a Latina woman, she's like inhabiting that space.
It was what was exploring, and that's also like, you know, having her having like the flexibility or like the freedom to be like, you know, the tradition, maybe college isn't for me, or maybe this isn't for me, but I'm interested in doing something else. I'm interested in something else. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Ricky, do you have a mic?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What about you? Was there anything that you wanted to do as a little boy that you felt like you couldn't because it was like too girly, or your parents ever kind of criticized or anything like that?
They criticized me, but I still did whatever I want. I would, my sister would put makeup on me. I would wear dresses.
Work.
I was in dance in middle school. I hung out with girls. My parents criticized me for the way wearing tight pants and wanting
Like skinny jeans and stuff.
and flare
I
and,
think
and
last-
wanting my hair long. Well, my mom did. My dad didn't care.
Well, it was like a couple years ago where like you wore a pink shirt, button down, pink button down. I don't know, maybe it was a t-shirt. I don't know, but it was like a light pink color. And his mom was like, "Do you like that? You like that your man is wearing a pink shirt?"
You like gay men?
And I was like, "He can wear
Are you
whatever
saying
he
that about your son?
wants. Like, chill. It's just a color." But it's
Yeah.
also like, that's the other thing, right? Assigning colors.
Yes, which pink used to be like a masculine color in the 18th century. It was like a color that I feel like it was expensive to produce. So it was like a very wealthy color.
I mean, even like the fucking, what do you call them? For lack of a better word, founding fathers. They wore their little wigs.
Yeah, wigs.
They wore their little wigs, their little white curls to court or whatever.
Heeled
Heeled?
shoes.
With that, like the long, like, what do you call that? Like a lapel? No.
They're like it's a coat. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're telling me they
And
didn't-
embroidery. I mean, this is boring for people who don't like history, but so you saw a shift of, huh?
Lolas.
Oh, so you saw a shift of men doing kind of all that, wearing color, wearing embroidery, wearing heeled shoes. After the French Revolution, because they saw the wealthy people doing that, it was kind of like a rejection of that. And so that was considered just very feminine. It wasn't very masculine or revolutionary to look like that anymore.
So it was like, oh, gay.
Yeah, basically. And so we're still kind of in that post like 18th century kind of rejection of femininity within whatever masculinity means now. Yeah.
And now, like, I think like every now and then you see like a guy masculine or whatever, by definition masculine, but like has their nail polish.
Oh yeah.
You know who does it? Like Snoop Dogg. He gets a manicure and he's like, why shouldn't I look fresh?
I don't know how I feel about Snoop Dogg.
Well,
He's super problematic.
he's like MAGA now, right? He did like Trump stuff.
Well, they went to go watch a movie that had like gay characters in it. Like he went with a daughter or something, and he was talking about how like it was inappropriate or something like that.
Oh, I didn't. Which movie? Like a kid's movie?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Toy Story 5?
Something
Is there a
like
gay
that.
character in Toy Story 5?
I think so.
They're toys.
It's just like, who gives a shit, you know?
Why, like, who cares what the fucking Etch-a-Sketch toy identifies as in a Toy Story?
No, it was Lightyear. Oh, it was close.
I totally forgot he had his own movie.
Which also fucked Tim Allen, but you know.
Oh, fuck Tim Allen.
Do you remember when we were growing up when the Real Men Wear Pink shirts came out?
Yes.
That's when guys started wearing pink, and in order for it to be socially acceptable, you had to wear a t-shirt that said Real Men Wear Pink. But yeah, that was like a big deal.
Just wear it.
Yeah. Well, good for you, Ricky, that you showed up. But, you know, and I feel like why, and again, I'm not going to make conclusions as to why you did this, but I feel like you were secure enough in your like masculinity, or like you're like, I'm straight, it doesn't matter what I do. You know what I mean? I can wear a dress, I'm still straight. I guess for me, if I was to do those things, it would just be an admission that I was gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wish I had his bravery, but yeah, no, I mean, I would wear like, you know, my mom says one of the first things she remembers me doing that made her think I was gay was because I was wearing her like her slip when I was like a little boy. And yeah, I mean, I would wear like girls' clothes and, you know, do that secretly or whatever. Mm-hmm. Most gay men do. Luke said he didn't, but I'm like, And for a lot of lesbians, from what I've heard, is like they would wear their dad's suits
Oh,
in
okay.
secret. Mm-hmm. And there's this comedian that I like, and she talks about, yeah, like a lot of gay people, like you kind of learn how to like be very detailed and you know how to lie, because when you're wearing, let's just say your mom's heels or whatever, and you hear that they're coming home, you know how to like put that shit away and you make sure it doesn't look like anything moved. You're very good at almost like being deceptive in that way.
I never played dress up like that. I also feel like my childhood was not very creative. Me.
Yeah. I got, you know how like sometimes you get text messages, like spam texts that are like, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
I got one the other day and it said, Emma, what's your biggest dream? And I responded with, to be a man, and I didn't get a response. I'm like, who is this and why are you texting me?
To be a man.
Emma, what's your biggest dream? I was like, to be a man. Oh yeah, the video of Karina.
Yes, I saw that today.
So for context, I was on YouTube and I think it's a PBS like mini documentary came out, and it's about this Latina trans woman who's 40 years old and she's throwing herself a quinceañera. Her name's Karina, and so they just kind of talk to her. She talks about how, you know, she grew up in a very like misogynistic home, like most of us did, machistas, that kind of thing. And how, you know, she struggled with with substance abuse because she was trans. She wasn't able to like be herself. And so at 40, she decided for herself to throw herself a quinceañera.
Beautiful.
Yeah. The interesting part of most of that was they have her sister on there.
Yes.
They interview the sister, and I can see in both sides how difficult that situation is. But the sister mentions like, you know, sometimes we get her pronouns wrong and it's very hard. And Karina's like, well, you just have to try hard to like get them.
Yeah.
And I can see it from their side. I mean, a lot of family members of trans people have talked about how like it is almost like losing a member of your family. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, isn't it? But isn't it because like even a trans person refers to their first name as their dead name?
Their dead name, yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a trans person refers to their previous name as a dead name.
Mm-hmm.
So is it also the same thing, the same concept to them of like that person is dead and like this is new me?
Yeah, I think so.
I in that piece where she's talking about like, you know, it's kind of hard because for majority of my life, the sister being like majority of my life, I knew Karina as my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I think that's her giving the backstory of like there's some getting used to. And you know, I'm all about I feel like when people misgender,
Mm-hmm.
but you know who's doing it on purpose versus who's doing it on like by accident, right? So I feel like there should be some grace to the people who misgender, but that's not their intention. Like if it's somebody getting used to, like if they knew somebody as a different, like as male or female, and then like now they've transitioned, like I see how that can be like, oh, I gotta like remind myself, or like I gotta learn it.
Yeah. So no, I agree about that. It's just sometimes I know I've heard stories of people saying their family members, it's been years and they're still doing it.
Oh yeah.
And to me, because I don't want to equate transness with like somebody. Okay, let's just say I'm trans, or no, sorry, I'm just me, and something happens to me. Let's just say I'm like disabled, or I have this disease, and like now things are required of my family to like shift their whole dynamic. people don't have a problem doing that. Like, you just kind of have to go with it, right? I just don't understand why someone coming out as trans or gay is any different than that.
Yeah.
They make it seem like it's just like such a chore, and it's just like, oh my God, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
When there's
No, I see
other
that.
things that can happen to people that completely change your world. You know what I mean? You know, a spouse can become severely disabled and you're a caregiver now. You know, there's more of a flexibility with dealing with that than there is with like somebody coming out as who they are. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a big lift for people.
Yeah.
I mean, and part of that is just fear when it all comes down to it. It's like, what are other people going to think? You know, what are they going to think of me? What are they going to think of them? Are they going to get hurt? Yeah, my only problem is like if it's been years and you're still misgendering like a loved one, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one of the things that I wrote down that I thought was very beautiful, and it's in Spanish, but we can kind of talk about it. She says, en realizar una fiesta de quinceañera es un acto de gratitud y amor de sueños. She also says, mi quinceañera es una celebración de resistencia,
Yeah.
which I thought was really beautiful, because the sister was even saying like, what do you mean? This is crazy. Like, why would you throw yourself a quinceañera?
He's like, pues ya pasaron.
Yeah.
Like,
But, you know, and I think we've seen a lot of these clips on TikTok too, where it's like, my mom never had a doll growing up in Mexico because they were poor. So I got her one and she's in her 50s. And then like the mom breaks down crying because like she never got to have that. I think a lot of us have not broken dreams, childhood dreams, but just things that we weren't able to do maybe because we weren't allowed to, because boys or girls didn't do that, or maybe because of your socioeconomic status, you know what I mean? But I have seen a lot of queer people, it doesn't matter if you're trans or gay or whatever, throwing themselves quinceañeras.
that's really beautiful. Me jealous because I didn't have one. Because also like who are they hurting? Nobody.
Yeah.
They're literally throwing themselves a party.
They're stimulating the economy.
And it's like for people to still be against something like a trans woman throwing herself a quinceañera. For what?
That's just really lame.
I can't imagine being so mad at how somebody else is living their life that it consumes me.
Yeah. Like you're
Like,
out there protesting and
yeah.
commenting and
Being a hater, like it takes so much more effort to be a hater, you guys.
I mean, we're haters, but we're not like sending letters to
we're not
Taylor
homophobic
Swift.
and transphobic.
Well, we're not
either.
sending letters to Taylor Swift that, you know, we're not sending letters to her. We're not commenting on her
Me
posts.
tweeting at her every day. You suck.
Like, to have that amount of energy to just hate people, it's just like, what are you so afraid of? And what does this have to do with you? Is it because you're gay? Because you're trans?
Yeah, like a lot of that hate is like there's something internalized there, and there's something. It's always like goes back to you, and like why does this piss you off? Is it because you didn't get to do it? Is it because you feel the same way and you just don't like are jealous that somebody's like achieving something for themselves, doing something for themselves, like loving themselves? Man, people hate to see somebody love themselves.
That's deep. And two, I mean, I don't know if it was expressly said, but like she's a business owner. I think she has her own painting company, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's contributing to society. She works, you know, like.
So I think we talked about this. I don't even know. Are they just an influencer? But I've heard the two sides where like they're faking it, or one is that they're not. Lily Tino, the person, she goes to Disney, and like it's always. I guess that's exclusively going to Disney content, like being a Disney adult and like being there all the time. And it's always like videos of like her getting misgendered and like telling the waiters off.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can tell from when you hear the waiters is that they don't speak English very well. So then they're like, oh, like the when they're apologizing, like, oh, sorry. Like, I think there's also still like some miscommunication, but like I see the internet, or like the internet's take on it, is that they are saying that Lily Tino is not actually trans and is just doing this for rage bait. And I don't know, who are we to say that? Like, who are we to say that somebody's not actually trans if that's what they're doing?
I think I've heard some trans women talk about it, and they're not very approving of Lily Tino.
I mean, I see that too, but I'm like, why so much hate?
Well, you know what? I think the problem is that Lily Tino might be trans, and they're doing it as an outlet to be trans, but doing it under the guise of like, I'm gonna like make a stir, and I'm not really trans. I'm just kind of like being an asshole. But it's like, maybe you're doing it because it does something for you.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know that like what I had seen was like, oh, like they have an issue with me being in the bathroom, but I was like, no. When I looked at the video, it's that the issue was that
You're filming.
yeah, she was filming in the bathroom, and like you see people walk in and out, and maybe a kid walks in and out, and they're like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, no matter who you are, you shouldn't be in the bathroom, whether that's the men's bathroom or the women's bathroom, like just videoing, because you're invading other people's privacy. Like,
Yeah.
That's not allowed there. So like, when I was seeing the video, I was like, okay, that's why that person should get the hate, not say like, oh, they're not actually trans and they're just doing to rage bait. Because who are we to say that?
Well, I guess I think a lot of people are upset that she's perpetuating a stereotype of like the easily annoyed woke liberal, I guess. The one who's just is gonna, the type of person who's like immediately gonna be like, you're racist.
Oh,
and
easily
like
offended.
the easily
Yeah.
kind of offended thing. And because a lot of that shit, because conservative media, they don't get context, they're just gonna use that and be like, look at this trans person, you know, getting offended, or, you know, doing all this kind of stuff. And so I guess some people are worried that the message is going to get really kind of, it's going to be out of context, I guess. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like every now and then, like Lily Tino pops up on my feed, and I'm like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
But okay, back to the Karina's video, is that she ends up, you know, she throws herself a quinceañera, and she does a performance too.
She
Like
lip syncs.
I didn't catch the song that she
I haven't
sang,
either.
but she does her own performance and just has like a good old time. And I was like, this is really wholesome.
And I couldn't tell, but I was assuming this was in the United States, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And was it like Arizona or New Mexico? It looked like a desert. Maybe it was El Paso? I don't know.
I didn't catch where they were from.
It was like a desert landscape, but they didn't mention. But, and I think we've talked about this before, but were there any kind of childhood things you wished you could have done? I know you said you didn't have a quinceañera, but you kind of made up for that by having, like, with your wedding.
My wedding. I don't know. Y'all, I might still throw myself a quinceañera when I'm 40.
Right? Why not? Or if you have a daughter, maybe she'll have a quinceañera.
Tiara and everything.
Yeah.
Something that I wish I did. I think I regret not joining band. I think I would have had fun.
Yeah. I wish I would have done ballet, which, by the way, I think we should do a pole dancing class. They have them here in Austin.
I did one for a bachelorette. Like, we did like a session in New Orleans. Dude, that shit's fucking hard. Like,
Even the beginner.
pole dancers are athletes. Yeah, you're like holding yourself. It's like your weight, dude. Like,
We should do it anyway.
and then have you seen some of them where like they're like
It looks like they're
steady on the
walking.
pool, and they're, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, we should do it.
We should do it. Okay. I want to do that. And then I think we should do a self-defense class.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Yeah. Pocket sandwich. Yeah. I feel like, I I should know how to defend myself. I mean, I know one class isn't going to do it.
Fuck it, let's go to the gun range.
Okay, this kind of goes back to our conversation we had last time. Like, in the middle of all the potential violence that could happen to you as a Latina woman, how do you feel about guns now? Have your opinions changed? Arm the dolls.
I mean, yeah, like I think, arm the dolls. I just think like they're just scary. And there are certain guns people shouldn't have access to. There are certain guns that shouldn't exist. Like I don't know. Is it like, it's the constitutional, right to bear arms, but they were talking about fucking muskets, dude, or whatever the fuck. Like,
where you put it in,
el que le echabas la tierrita, and you like, one shot at a time. Do it again. Like, that's what they were talking about. They weren't talking about AKs that like destroy a body, that like in some moments, in some situations, have left bodies like unrecognizable because the fucking power that they do. Like, that's, nobody needs to have that.
Today was a good day. I didn't have to use my
AK. I gotta say, today was a good day.
Well, the thing is too, like in the scenarios where I think I would need a gun, like would be if someone tries to do something to me at a bar. Like, you can't take a gun into a bar. Like, there are certain spaces where you can't take a gun. I mean,
even like people who are like the whole like open carry and they've got their permission or whatever to carry, like, how do you know that in that situation you're gonna be so quick to be like, my gun? I'd freeze probably.
Yeah.
Then what was the gun for?
Drop it.
You guys, my gun! Has anybody seen my gun? I dropped it in the club.
That's very gay. I dropped my gun. Oh my God.
Like holding it like this, you guys.
I did see a documentary a while ago about how, because there's been a lot of hate against like the LGBT community, there's a lot more like gun clubs of gay people getting together. Because they're like, I want to defend myself.
Yeah.
If something happens. And I don't think a lot of conservatives like that. Like I said.
Well, that's what we're saying. Like, rules for thee, but not for me, or some shit like that.
Rules for me, but not for
applies
thee.
to anything and everything.
Yeah.
Because I bet you there are some like straight men out there who like kissing other men, but when they see it elsewhere, they're like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I do feel like guns are like a very easy, I don't know. I just feel like it's just like, let's just go back to fist fighting. If you want to like, if you have a problem with someone, like,
catch these hands.
Like, it just seems unfair. You're just going to like put a bullet in someone, like, especially like these road rage accidents. I'm like, really? You're really going to just kill someone because of that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
In a split second, fucking change your life.
I just think a lot of people think they have a lot of power because they have guns, and I'm like, okay, well, if you're so powerful, like use your fists instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we've talked about this so many times.
They got a big old gun and a big old truck.
Like, when you go to Europe, like, because people don't have guns, like, all these Americans are like, I just,
throw hands.
Throw hands.
The what is it? The pickpocket?
Yeah.
The pickpocketers? When she's like holding by the whole ponytail. I'm not afraid of you. I've got a teenager.
Like, not having guns is an equalizer. You know what I mean? Versus in this country, it's like, well, so I went to go see the new Scary Movie.
Me too.
What'd you think?
So Ricardo and I took, both of us, right? We took gummies or we got high to go see it. So there were some parts where I was like, this is so fucking funny. But real quick, did you see the RuPaul movie trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, honestly, the movie made me like, there were some like, it got some chuckles out of me.
Yeah.
But what made me crack up was that fucking trailer when RuPaul's in the White House.
Yeah.
And he's like, tomorrow, I don't even come in on Fridays. Like, it cracked me up.
Well, the way she laughs at you can tell that she broke character. Like that was like a genuine
Yeah,
laugh.
she's like, Cora, I don't even come in on Fridays.
Yeah.
It just cracked me up. I didn't even catch the name of that movie.
Stop That Train.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a new movie? Like, is it a new concept or is
It's
it a remake?
It's a new movie, but I think what's happening is like the era of like the what do you call those comedies, like the airplane movies?
Yeah, spoofs,
Spoof.
farces. It looked
Scary movie.
Like the ridiculous, stupid kind of comedy is coming back. I'm like, is this a recession indicator? Like,
It is.
what is happening? But I know some people online were like, all the funny bits were in the trailers. I'm like, here's the thing with these kinds of movies. Like, I think if we go back and watch the originals, it's not going to be funny the whole time. The whole point is they're just stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid, and there's going to be moments that are really funny to different people.
It was, for me, the OG cast is what made it funny for
Yes.
me.
I didn't like the kids, the new characters.
Yeah,
I was like...
I mean, I get it. And like, it was also so, like, what they were spoofing was exactly what they were doing, because it's what happens in the Scream franchise when the new generation comes in and they're like, the rules of this, of this, of this. So all of that, like, I was like, okay, it's a good spoof because it's being so meta about it. Like, yeah. But for me, it was the original cast and like what made it like really funny. Like Cindy Campbell being Sydney.
Yeah.
But also being Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween and being like in the house booby trapped. Like that was really funny.
Yeah.
And then I can see, so from the scary movies, I saw the first 3, but I think after the second one is when they stopped being Wayans brothers.
The third and fourth.
The third
We're
and-
not. Yeah.
Yeah, so the
you're
second,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can tell like the shift in like what like the type of humor that they were having. So
And they call her out in the movie, like, why'd you do 3 and 4?
yeah.
And like Shaq was there, and
She's like, a paycheck. I need a paycheck.
What was the name of the actor who was on Blackish? What's his name?
Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson.
He was on there too. They're like, why'd you do it? And what did he say? No, was it Cindy? She was like, I got the opportunity to act with what's his face, who went crazy.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. She's like, it was an opportunity to act with Charlie Sheen or something like that. That made me laugh so hard. But okay, so sorry, going back to guns is because there's a scene, there's quite a few, like towards the end where like they're shooting and stuff like that. And there was this person who was like coming in and out of the theater back and forth. And that freaked me out. And like they were trying to find their seat, but then they would stand up and leave and come back. That freaked me out. And I was like, should I leave?
Yeah.
I was like, nope, I want to wait till the movie ends. And I was like, no, but like, what if this is like...
With your popcorn, you're like, oh, what's going to happen?
I
But
was
in
like,
real life.
Because you never know. You're
No,
like,
I
maybe
get
it's
it.
just, maybe it's just me. What if something happened? There was not a lot of, I was even thinking there's not a lot of people in the theater. I feel like someone who wants to shoot a bunch of people wants a full theater. But like the fact that I was even thinking about that, I was like, this is so fucked up.
No, I mean, it's part of the reason why most of the time that we go to the movies, or one, that we don't go to the movies that often, but also that we, or that I take a hydroxyzine to calm the fuck down, because it does make me anxious.
And we sit on the seat closest to the door.
And we sit on this, like, we sit in the aisles. I'm not a center girly.
We sit in the aisle in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
Right where the gun comes in.
So, I mean, sometimes, depending on where the door is,
Well,
sometimes.
there's multiple entrances.
Oh, yeah, because there's like the exit here. I just want to be close to an exit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like sitting in the middle, I'm like, I'm trapped.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm aisles, and then even then toward the bottom, because I want to be able to run out quick. It's, guns really do ruin everything.
Yeah, and I was having like a good time, and I wasn't even thinking about it. But I think hearing the bullets and then seeing this weird person coming in and out, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, sometimes I'm like, when we're watching a movie where it's like heavy gunfire, you're like,
You're like, ah!
yeah, I'm like, could you be able to tell a real gun, like right there live gunfire, or
Or even the
just too
theater
into the
next to you
movie?
too. You don't know if that's actually like in the movie or if something's actually happening.
You know where they did that? They do that in Inglourious Bastards, right? Like while they're playing the movie. Have you seen that movie? And they're in the movie, and it's the German movie, and there's like the gunfire or whatever, they're actually shooting people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, that's why I'm like, it sounds the same.
Yeah.
So it'd be creepy.
Yeah.
Scary.
But going back to the movie, I like that at the end they're like, "Fuck the new generation." They set the house on fire. Which I'm like, yes.
Killed everybody.
And then like the back half of their clothing is burned off, so you just see all their asses.
busts. Yeah. And then there was one post-credit scene, right? And it was the interview from
Long Legs.
no, what?
Long Legs.
Long Legs. Did you ever watch the movie Long Legs?
No.
So
Luke
like
did.
it's like the interview scene, but it's the guy with the strong hand. So he's the
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, that's so perfect. Like
It works.
and then was there another scene?
We left.
We left, yeah, but I was like, there might be a scene and I'm missing it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I do think that it's not like my favorite one. The first one is just, for it being what it is,
Oh, and
feels
then
like a more
also
original concept.
The Nosferatu parody.
In this movie?
Yeah.
What
It was
part?
like post credit.
Oh, I missed it.
Did we miss it?
No, we saw it. He was like Broferatu or something.
Oh, Bros Brought too, yeah.
Well, because the whole, like in the trailer, the whole thing was like, you know, we're going too far. Like nobody is safe. And I was like, y'all could have probably like gone further, honestly.
Well, I think when they go too far is when they like make fun of like the wokeness. Like that's what they mean. We're going too far is that we're being very critical of like your wokeness, and because they were saying very things that are like my mental health, and
yeah.
you know.
I thought they could have gone further.
My favorite part was he's stabbing her. And he's like, excuse me, my pronouns are they, them. And then they're like, oh, fuck you.
Like that's I feel like that's where they were like, we're going too far, and I was like, I mean, I guess.
I feel like we're pretty woke, right? Maybe based on like how we were raised and being in like our own spheres, there's probably some ignorant things that we have said or think about, but I don't know, like I feel like I have a pretty open sense of humor, you know what I mean? I don't think I get like super offended about anything. Like Luke and I watch Family Guy and like they make fun of Latinos. Like the big joke though, the one that I've noticed about Latinos that they do a lot is like that we pierce babies' ears. Like that like that is so crazy to white people.
That is, dude.
Like they think it's so crazy.
When else are you gonna do it? I'm not gonna imagine getting your ears pierced
for the first time
for the
at
first
like
time.
14 or whatever.
Yeah, no
like,
way.
Like wearing clip-ons. That's weird.
No way. Yeah, no. I'm a testament to. I got my ears pierced. Days, months.
Days,
Like
right
I
out
was
the womb.
little. Like of course I don't remember that shit.
And like, I mean, sometimes I guess there are jokes where you're kind of like, ooh, but like I'm not gonna go on Twitter and like talk about it, or you know,
Yeah.
like there's just, or sometimes if someone goes too far, it's just kind of like I don't fuck with that comedian anymore, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just the very loud majority, you know, tends to be the
I
most.
didn't mind the movie.
No.
I thought there were some moments that made me laugh, and there were some moments where I was like, that didn't land very well. But overall, I'd say it's a good movie.
Well, and I think with these movies, you have to keep watching them because there's so many jokes. You're not going to get all of them at once. So when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, like,
Yeah.
that's a reference or that's a reference. you
Or
know?
even like now, like I'd say like if I were to watch the original Scary Movie now, I'd pick up references that I didn't realize
Yeah.
were references.
Yeah.
Back then. Because that movie came out, Scary Movie came out in 2000?
I think 99.
99?
I think my favorite character is the reporter. What's her name? She's so funny.
The spoof on, it was Courtney Cox's character
Yeah.
in Scream.
Yeah. But she's so funny. Well, because she's probably the most like
The actor or
the character.
Gail Hellstorm?
Oh, because Gail
Gail-
Weathers.
Gail
Gail Weathers
Hailstorm.
is the character
Yeah.
in Scream. And for me, it was like I like when they poke fun at like more pop culture stuff too, because in Scary Movie 2, that fucking basketball scene, that doom, doom, and then they're all doing that doo, 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 doo. Like, that's so fucking funny. That's top tier comedy, because there's like the guy in the wheelchair that's like dancing and spinning on his head. There's Sydney, and then like the white guy character, and I think that's Danny Masters' brother. I think he's Francis from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. He gets a
And
hand job.
they're doing their dorky white dance, and like the Ray and Shorty are in the back like this. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
Like Ray's sexuality was like brought up again. I didn't understand that reference until after the movie. When he goes in, like that spoof is the Sinners, right?
Yeah,
when he
the
walks
church
into
scene.
Sinners in the church scene, but his speech is real. It's like a spoof of like a video of this guy at a mega church being like, "I'm not gay anymore. I love women," and he's wearing the same outfit. And then I didn't see it until later, and I was like, "Holy shit! I never saw this." And that was so funny. I was like, 'cause when I was watching it, I was like, "What?" I get the Sinners reference, and I get that Ray's like storyline has always been that he's like in the closet.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And then I saw the video, and he's just like, "I love women," and everyone's like, "Woo!"
Okay, the most shocking thing when I went to the movies is a couple brought their like 5-year-old son to watch the movie. I was like, what the fuck? And they were sitting right behind me. There was only like 10 of us in the theater
I
because I
bet you
watched
that
it
was
during
like
the day.
the babysitter bailed, and they're like, "Fuck it."
Well, okay, and I'm like, for the most part, maybe the kid's on the iPad, I don't know. But at one point when he's like, the son is like eating her pussy or whatever. Do you remember?
Yes.
And they show the pussy, but it's all rolled. The clit is all rolled up. I was like, I even gasped because I was like, and I was like, there's like a there's like a fucking kid behind us. The rolled up clit. I was with the big bush. I was like, oh my God.
At the beginning, I was like, why is this here? And I forgot that that's like a fucking scene in Sinners where he's like, "Let me taste you."
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. But he teaches him how to eat pussy. He's like, just think of it like rolling a
Like
blunt.
rolling a blunt. I did like, what was weird for me was like Shorty's storyline where he's like, "I'm rich and whatever." So I'm like, yeah, but why is he in high school? Isn't he like hanging out with the high school kids?
Yeah. I guess, well, because he's a streamer, I guess. That's how he makes his money.
Oh my God, yes. And they have that
Yeah.
Kai Cenat guy who's like an actual streamer.
And he gets decapitated. Like, what the fuck?
Like, it's just
Stupid. It's meant to be stupid. It's not supposed to be like high comedy.
What are
you
some
know?
other, okay, so like not another teen movie
Oh, that was my
when he's
favorite.
like, when she spills the water on her, but she's already wet.
Oh my God.
I
That's
need
gonna
some
stain.
T to the fourth power YL. Some time to talk to you. Like that. That was a good one. Did you ever see Don't Be a Menace? It's a longer title. Can you look it up? It's Don't Be a Menace while you're
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
So it's like spoofing all of like the hood movies,
Yeah.
like and it is. I don't think I can recognize anybody. I can remember anybody from that movie, but it is very much like spoofing those movies as well. And then another one I saw was called Shriek. Shriek, if you know what happened last something, and I think that's also like spoofing Scream and Chucky and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
The first movie you mentioned, is there a scene where there's like a older black lady, she goes to a prison and she starts like reciting like a Bible verse and doing like holy water? Is there a scene like that?
I don't remember, but what I remember in that one is like it's a guy and his dad, but his dad is younger than him. For some reason, because his dad was like 12, so the guy's like older than him.
I think I've seen this movie and I think there's a scene like that. And I remember my friend Ruby showed me this movie and we got high, and that scene that I just talked about like was so funny to me just because the way she was like spouting out these like Bible verses and like these men were like in the prisons like trying to grab at her. I don't know. It was like really funny. But so apparently whenever they were making Scary Movie, there was another movie that they filmed first but Scary Movie came out first because that other movie was delayed. But because Scary Movie was so popular, that other movie just went straight to video. Can you look up what it was?
Is it Shriek? Is it the one I'm talking about?
I Googled it.
Because it's very parallel to...
From the Wayans?
No, it wasn't a Wayans movie.
So who was making it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is Shriek If You Know What I Did Last Friday. That came out, or that was supposed to come out first.
That one came... So I saw that one on TV, and I feel like it's funny, but I like Scary Movie just had... It was on a whole different level.
Yeah.
Because it spoofed the same movies, I think.
Yes.
But there's this one scene in Shriek, is that they're in the body shop, like the car shop at school, and it's like grease. And you know the whole like it's automatic, and then dude, like it's grease lightning. It's that scene, but the guy's like the guy's doing like it's automatic, and then it's all that exact is happening, but the people around him are like, what are you doing? Like instead of being into
like
it,
he's in his own world.
yeah, because he gets up and he starts singing, but he doesn't know the words, so he's just mouthing things. And like everyone's like, what are you doing? And like that, for me, that's the scene that I remember the most from that movie.
So if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that they started filming that first, delayed. Scary Movie was a little after that, premiered first, and then that movie Shriek went straight to video.
Yeah, okay.
History could have been different.
I did see that one, and then like of course there's like the Not Another Teen Movie, and then there's been like a couple others that I feel like I know there's been a couple others, but I haven't seen them, so they don't really like pop into my head. But the Scary Movies are iconic.
Yeah, for sure. I know this isn't in the realm of those kind of spoof movies, but did you ever watch Superstar?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that movie. When she's like punching her titties, she's like, ow, my titties. At least my parents didn't name me after bottled water.
I just remember she like making out with the tree.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, we can't see each other anymore.
And she's like having an orgasm. She's like,
yeah, like right off the tree.
The dancing too, where they're like doing the robot in the cafeteria, and then they all just like go back to normal.
Everybody, yeah, and then Will Ferrell doing the fax machine. He goes.
I like when they're in church and they're pretending to be supermodels. Do you remember that?
Oh yes, what is it?
Supermodel documentary hour.
I was in Paris, and he asked me, "Are you a supermodel?" And I said, "No."
And the next day I was on the cover of Vogue. And then she's like, me and Naomi Campbell Linda Evangelista and Naomi Campbell are some of my very best friends. And then afterwards the nun is like, hello. And they're like, oh. I showed that to Luke and he was like so confused. I was like, this movie's great. What do you mean?
It's Will Ferrell and it's Molly Shannon.
Yes. And then that blonde lady who always plays kind of like the bitchy character.
Yes,
I forget her name. Evian.
Evian.
Yeah. Ow, my titties.
My titties. She was the one. Well, it was an SNL sketch, right? And then it was like a movie. But she's the one that's like, I put my hands in my armpits and I sniff them.
Well, I like too when she's like mad at her grandma. She's like, "You're horrible."
Slam the door.
You're horrible. Over and over again. And then the grandma's like, she looks like a young Elizabeth Taylor. And then the priest who has the nun who keeps like burning his toast, so he's like putting the butter on the toast,
like all crunchy.
He's like,
who broke the good toaster?
Such a good movie. Is there like, I'm trying to think of any comedy movies that I've enjoyed recently. Can you think of any?
No, I haven't.
I mean, I hate to sound old, but like they don't make movies the way
they don't make them like they used to.
Back in my day. Just like when we were in high school, there were so many movies that like we watched that were so good, like Not Another Teen Movie, all the scary movies.
Well, Hot Rod was out. I think I was in high school when Hot Rod came out, and that was like.
Even like Dude, Where's My Car? You know, that kind of those cinematic masterpieces.
About that movie.
That scene where they're both making out in the car because the girls are making out. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like at a car and they're like the girls are doing something and then they like do it too.
Isn't that American Pie?
Dude, where's my car?
Yeah, it's Dude, Where's My Car? So it's Ashton Kutcher and
Sean William Scott.
yeah, and they like
It's
make
also
out.
Sean William Scott.
And it's so hot.
In
That scene
American
is
Pie.
so hot.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I had many gay awakenings, but one of them in another teen movie was when Chris Evans comes out with the...
With the banana split, and he's got the banana
I mean,
in his butt or something like that.
Yeah, that body is tea.
Imagine that. Captain America.
Mm-hmm. That's where he started.
He started was that his first movie?
I don't know.
Well, look up Chris Evans' first movie, but like think about that, you guys. ¿Cómo se llama? Chris Evans. Not another teen movie to being Captain America. What?
The Pipeline.
The Pipeline. What a career trajectory, you all.
Well, speaking of Heath Ledger, did you watch 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yes.
I feel like every girl loved that fucking movie.
What is it? It even makes me rhyme.
Yeah.
Like her speech, so beautiful.
And that school that they go to, like, I would have loved to go to that high school.
That was Seattle, no? They were in Seattle?
Like the school's like by a fucking cliff and it looks like a castle. I'm like, oh, that's
And
so
then
cool.
it was Letters to Cleo was the band. That is like her favorite band in the movie. And then it's the one who's playing in the rooftop at the end. The I want you to want me. That's such a good movie.
Yeah. You know,
That must be Nigel with the brie.
I never really found Heath Ledger attractive.
Oh, he was so cute. He was so hot. Also his accent, like in 10 Things That I Hate About You, he has his accent because he was what, Australian? His accent, yeah, and then like the curly hair. Are you kidding me? Like the bad boy look. Papi.
My man is Jake Gyllenhaal. He's my man.
I do like Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah,
too.
he's just
But I think
beautiful
the
man.
first time I saw Jake Gyllenhaal was The Day After Tomorrow.
me too.
And I was like,
There's something about him.
there's something about him. Burning
Did you watch
books in the
Donnie Darko?
library. Yes.
That movie's so weird.
Yeah.
That movie's so weird. And then he did that movie with Jennifer Aniston, where Jennifer Aniston is like this older woman and they work at a grocery store, and he also works at this grocery store. They kind of develop a relationship. He's supposed to be this like brooding guy. Like he's at the cash register, like reading a book.
Oh
Like,
no, I don't
yeah.
think I know that one.
And then there was another one
It's
too.
called The Good Girl.
Yeah, there's another one he did when he was really young called like August something, but it's based on a real person. He's like a little kid in this mining town, and like his dad is like, you're not gonna go to school, like, you know, you're gonna be a miner like the rest of us, but he like really wants to like be in NASA or like do stuff with rockets. And he's so cute in that movie. He's like a little boy. He's very cute.
It's called October Sky.
October Sky. There we go.
Close. It was a month. A Heath Ledger movie. What else was he in?
The Joker.
Well, obviously, yes, The Dark Knight. He's the Joker.
I'm Not There, Candy, Brothers Grimm, Lords of Dogtown.
Oh yeah, Brothers Grimm. That's a good movie.
A Knight's Tale, Patriot.
A Knight's Tale.
I
Yeah.
did not watch those movies.
I thought you were a fan. Am I a Nikki fan? Pull up to the Sri Lanka.
Pull up in the Sri Lanka.
Luke is like, that's not even a lyric.
I know. Have you seen, who is it? Oh my God. It's the audio I've been hearing a lot on TikTok where it's like, I want to ask you some questions. Yeah, let's do it. And then it's like,
Oh, it's a little girl,
were
right?
you ever a DoorDash? Did you ever do DoorDash? He goes, yes. I did DoorDash 4 times. I should have done more. You want to know why? Because I've got kids in Uganda that I take care of.
Who?
I have no idea who it is. I don't know who the original the original video is. I just hear it on an audio, people like voicing it over.
Yeah.
Just the fact that she's like, yeah, I did DoorDash 4 times. I should have done more. You know why? Because I have kids in Uganda. I send them money. It's like, crack me up.
Interesting. Yeah, have you Ricky ever talked about hall passes?
No.
No, not like
Let's talk about it.
seriously. But I do remember when we were in Puerto Rico, I was like, hey, if Bad Bunny comes on to me,
Yeah.
I'm leaving with him. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the heads up.
Yeah. You're like, I'll send for Lola later.
I was like, you will never see me again.
Yeah.
If he tells me, if he calls me up to the stage, I'm staying up there.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back down. I don't know, the concept of a hall pass is, I don't know, funny, but also I've never really considered that like seriously.
Well, I mean, what's the likelihood that it's gonna happen?
Who's your hall pass? Helena Bonham Carter?
Aren't you supposed to tell me that?
No, it's like,
AOC.
of
God,
course.
that's so.
Off the top of my head.
What do they call it?
No, you had that one real quick
no, what
in
is
the
it?
chamber.
Men that project themselves to be woke. What is that called? Performative male answer. AOC. Get the fuck out of here.
What, are you kidding me? She's a Latina.
I
That's
guess.
my type. That's it.
Whatever.
He likes Latinas.
Just say Jenna Jameson like every other straight guy.
Who's that?
She's a porn star.
Is she Latina too?
No.
She's an old anti-vax porn star who married Jim Carrey.
Oh wait, she's not a porn star. Who am I thinking of? I'm
Who
thinking
married
of.
Jim Carrey?
Oh,
That's Jenny McCarthy.
Oh, okay, no, I was right. Yeah, Jenna Jameson.
Jenna
Yeah.
Jameson is also a porn star.
Jenny McCarthy is not a porn star.
She's
Okay.
She's an actress.
Yes.
What is she in? This is like the Mandy Moore conversation.
Mandy Moore.
Oh, yeah. He was asking, he was like, who's Mandy Moore?
No, I said, how do people know Mandy
Oh,
Moore?
how do people know Mandy? And I said, she was a pop girly. Like,
Yeah.
like Candy, like she was a pop girly. And I was like, a little bit after, I think she was a little bit after Christina and Britney. I think Britney was the first one, but it was like Christina. And then them two were like revered at the top, and then everybody else was like a tier below or whatever. And I think that's where like Mandy Moore was. But I was like, that's how I know her.
Yeah. I mean, Princess Diaries mainly is how I remember her for sure.
Lana.
Yeah. And
I
then-
forgot about that.
And
yeah,
then she was in Saved. I
Saved.
remember
Oh,
more.
Saved is such a good movie.
Whenever I think of Mandy Moore, I think of her more as an actress, I guess.
That's what we were talking about. I was like, I think more people remember her as an actress because like A Walk to Remember
Yeah.
is her. And then she was in that show, This Is Us or Life
Oh my
Is
god,
Us.
people at Tasty love that show. A
I
lot
didn't
of the
watch it.
girls loved it, and I was just like, why? It just seems like fabricated drama. I don't know. From what I've seen, because I'll get clips on YouTube, I'm like, this show swung in so many fucking directions.
Well,
Like,
it was like a novela, no? Like everything happened.
yeah.
See, I don't really know that much about it.
Like at one point, does she die?
Her husband dies. Is her husband Sterling K. Brown in the show? Yeah. I think he dies. But no, I didn't watch it.
Yeah. And then there's like the woman who's like on the bigger side. She's in the show too. There was like a whole side plot because her husband was also big, but he started working out. Then she found out, and she was like really pissed about it. I was like, "You're working out like on the side. You're not even telling me. Why are you doing it? Is it because like you want to look better and you want to find someone else?" And it was like a whole thing. I was like, I don't know "What's going on?"
The show's not on anymore, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. I've never seen it, or I've never wanted to watch it.
Just be real.
What are some? Okay, there's a movie. It is a gay movie. I've never seen it, but I think it's Bo and Yang, and it's on Hulu.
Fire Island?
Is that the one? The only clip I've seen is when they're playing Heads Up, and the character is Marissa Tomei, and all of the gay guys are like, "The defense is wrong." Like they're trying to like get him to guess, and he's like, "I don't know." Like the guy's like,
Yeah.
doesn't know, but they're like, "The defense is wrong."
What movie is that?
Well, that's the clip I saw, and I think it's that Bo and Yang movie, Fire Island.
Oh, okay.
But I've never seen it.
No, but what's the movie?
No, it's like the actress. Oh, the movie that she's quoting is My
Yeah.
Cousin Vinny.
Oh,
When she's on the
okay.
Senate, she's like, the defense is wrong.
I see. Okay.
Which,
yeah.
honestly, anytime that scene comes up in my TikTok, I will rewatch it because that's a good movie.
You know, Luke has asked me several times. He's like, "Do you want to watch My Cousin Vinny?" I'm like, "No."
You should watch
I don't.
it.
Is it like hilarious?
Yeah.
Just a classic.
It's a classic movie.
I guess I just think it's gonna be like The Sopranos or something.
No,
I don't like The
the
Sopranos.
bit is that like he's from New York and like he's like his accent, his attitude is very like New York, like Italian, and he's in like a little bumfuck town trying to bail out his cousin. So when his cousin's like, my cousin's a lawyer, but they see him come through, like nobody takes him seriously because of like how, like where he's coming from, like he's an outsider. And then also he tries to like assimilate, so he gets himself a suit, he like unas botonas, and they're like they just think he's funny. They're like not taking him seriously, but it's him and Marissa Tomei plays his girlfriend, and she accompanies him, and he's like, let me just like solve this case, but like she ends up solving it because she's like been helping him too. She's like taking photos, and like that's that where iconic scene comes from.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it. Yeah.
No, it's such a good movie. Like I think just the story is like a really good story of like him being
It's like feel good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him coming into town trying to like save his cousin, but like the small town folk and not fucking with him because he's an outsider, and they're like not taking him seriously as like a lawyer even.
Yeah.
And you think even the cousin's like, oh, I don't know about my cousin, he's weird or whatever.
Yeah.
He's eccentric, but it's a good movie.
Yeah. I guess I thought it was gonna be like a Sopranos, like dark kind of.
No, it's
Okay.
a comedy.
Okay.
What's another queer or gay movie?
Wait, My Cousin Vinny's kind of gay? What part of it's gay?
No, none of it is
okay.
gay. But to take us back to on track.
Oh, because you were bringing up Fire Island,
Yeah.
which I haven't.
But like everybody, like that scene is so iconic, and like Marissa Tomei is just like such an icon that like he likes Marissa Tomei. That would be a hot pass, right?
Yeah,
Marissa Tomei?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
She's the best.
And just like her, like being like the defense is wrong. Like that's all the gays in the movie were like emulating her.
Yeah. I think she has ALS, right?
I don't know.
Or is it
know.
MS? One of the ones where your mobility is affected. Oh no. No, it's the girl from Sopranos. She's the one who has that.
Yeah, I was like, I follow her on Instagram. She's always running around.
Christina Applegate,
Yeah.
She has it too, but no.
Selma Blair.
No, she's in The Sopranos. She plays the daughter. Forget her name.
I think her and Marissa Tomei get
Jamie
confused.
Lynn Sigler?
Yes. Yeah. Her and Marissa Tomei get
She
confused.
has mobility issues, like Christina Applegate. Did you know that like rates of cancer are like very high for like young people right now? That's scary.
There's microplastics and everything.
Well, especially colon cancer, and they don't know why. And the thing is, I've brought it up to doctors before. They're like, "Oh, but you're really young." I'm like, "Okay, but they're saying that young people are getting colon cancer," and they're like, "Oh, you don't need a colonoscopy yet." I'm like, even Luke too, who had problems, they were like, "Oh, you're fine," and Luke was like, "I'm having problems," and he finally found a doctor who was able to give him a colonoscopy, and like he was fine, but still like nobody like listens. They just want to get you in and out.
I was seeing this like this video on TikTok. Like there's just a lot of like medical racism and medical misogyny where like they're not listening to women who are saying like, hey, I'm pretty sure I have endometriosis or like I have PCOS or whatever. Like they just say like there's something wrong with my body. It doesn't feel right. And like the responses that they get are like, no. Or the response is like, have you tried losing weight? It's always about fucking weight.
Or those are allergies or you should drink more water.
Yeah. And then for like, and I don't know how true this is, but somebody like that was like speaking on like medical racism on like a TikTok video. Like that's how I get my news, you guys. I just watched a TikTok video. Is that he was saying like there are still medical textbooks in circulation that say that Black people don't feel pain.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
not, I think that means like, of course there's like new text and whatever, there's new things coming up, but I think what he was saying is that like they're still around. Whether or not people like believe them and perpetuate that, like that's a whole other thing, but like they're still around, saying like there's still books that say like Black people don't feel pain, which is why a lot of like things don't get diagnosed in Black people, because they just weren't
Yeah.
testing, or they immediately already decided they were like inferior, therefore they couldn't possibly, have these issues, or like have the same treatment or respond to I don't know. I actually don't know what it's rooted in, but it's like I am aware that like there is medical racism in that regard, where like they're just not paying attention to Black and brown people.
Well, because a lot of the clinical trials are done with like white men or white women.
How recently in I don't even know how recent, but it's got to be in the last couple of years when they finally fucking started testing actual blood on period products
Instead of the blue liquid.
instead of that fucking liquid that
Yeah.
clearly you are, man, if you didn't know, that's not how it works. But it's like they finally started like actually testing with like blood and like the consistency of blood, and like to make these products like more effective. It's just bullshit.
Yeah. I've heard about like certain skin conditions can appear differently in people who have darker skin, but because they've only done clinical trials with white skin, sometimes those don't get diagnosed with people who are like darker skin, because it doesn't look the way it looks in the textbook.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Do you like Shania Twain?
I do, but I didn't listen to Shania Twain. I see. Okay, speaking me and my what is it? When the sun goes down in my side of town. That's all I know.
You look more like Grupo Frontera.
Me quedo un por ciento.
Wasn't there like a rumor that they were MAGA?
They are MAGA.
They are?
Yeah. Unfortunate.
What did they say? What did they do? Because I think I told my mom, she's like, no, that's not true.
I
was
think
like,
they put out a statement, but I think it was a little too late. I
like,
think
we didn't
it was.
mean it.
Yeah, I think it was like, we're all. It's that bullshit when they're like, we're all united and it doesn't matter, whatever. I think that was sort of like the sentiment of the statement, where people were like, bullshit. Didn't they start? They started their own record label in the Valley. In McAllen, yeah. I think they called it 956 something, or maybe something along those lines. But
What do you think of Bobby Pulido running? So I talked to my mom about it. I was like,
Bobby.
maybe
He's cute.
No, when he was younger too. And the fact that like he kind of talks about how like he was kind of in love with Selena is very cute to me.
That song's about her, Desvelado.
Yeah. So I was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, maybe we shouldn't elect celebrities. And she's like, I know. And no offense to like my people in the Valley or whatever, but she's like, sometimes she's like, for the people in the Valley, that's probably the only reason they're going to vote is because they're like, I voted for him.
Yeah.
And right now, the person he's trying to unseat is a conservative woman. I forget her name, but my mom.
Isn't he like, is he Democratic?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So my mom's always like, esa pinche vieja, that like she's like really conservative, and her family's like well known in the Valley, like they have money.
Yeah.
So she's like, I really don't care as long as they unseat her, because like she's really ignorant and like she's in the pocket of Trump or whatever. And now that the construction industry is getting disrupted in the Valley because of ICE, all of a sudden she's like, oh, like President Trump needs to do something, like, it's affecting us and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? So anyway, my mom was like, unfortunately in the Valley, because there's that cultural reference of Bobby Pulido, like they're going to vote for him. And on top of that too, a lot of Latino men do not like women, so they're going to vote for him instead of her. So she's like, I understand it's fucked up, but it's to the benefit that like we unseat this woman.
Yeah,
but it's just, and I was like, you're right. And it sucks that you're right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't really stayed too close to like Bobby Pulido's like politics and stuff, but I think from what I have seen is that he is doing it for the right reasons. I do think that he's conservative, like personally, But I think what he's not doing is like imposing that on people. Because I
Like
think
religiously?
like, yeah, like doesn't like personally is pro life, but is pro choice for
Everyone
you know
else,
his
yeah.
constituents or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That makes me sad that there's like ignorance within our community in that way. Like, cause my mom, the last election, she volunteered at the poll or like wherever you go vote or whatever to go, like she was just helping. And she would overhear a lot of men be like, I'm not going to vote for the woman in the valley. Which I'm like,
That was another thing is that like people didn't vote for Hillary or Kamala
yeah,
just because she was a woman
yes,
or like just because they're women.
yeah.
And it's like you hate women that much?
And within our own community, you know what I mean?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's why my mom was like, I mean, I don't like that that we're going towards celebrities either, but she's like, this person that we have needs to go.
Well, okay. There were celebrity politicians before Trump. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a governor of California.
Yeah, and he wasn't great either.
Este-
Ronald Reagan was a piece of shit.
Yeah. But I feel like this guy just took it to like a whole other level
yeah.
where Spencer Pratt is running. Is it mayor?
Mayor, yeah, but he didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
No, he didn't.
Well, what the problem with that is like now there's all this disinformation that like it was rigged and where did they get these extra votes where this other candidate won and he didn't, and like it's becoming a sort of like some sort of democratic conspiracy against like Spencer Pratt. I don't know what his politics are, honestly.
I don't even remember. I saw that one clip of him where he's talking about like the little airstream that he was living in because his house like burnt down, and he was like his little, what is it, like campaign video, he's like outside of like the other candidates' houses and they're like mansions or whatever, and he's like, this is where your mayor lives and this is where so and so lives, and he's like, and this is where I live. And like he did get a little backlash because they were like, oh, that's like a $200,000 like airstream.
I mean, he has money.
And he's like, oh, isn't your wife in a hotel? And he's like, yeah, but my wife shouldn't be in a hotel, she should be in a home. Like,
I mean, he has money. He's not like from the streets.
Yeah, I mean, they've been like definitely somehow they've stayed relevant all these years.
Well, remember, I guess one of the most memorable videos is his relationship with that like hummingbird. Do you remember?
No,
Yeah,
I remember his era with he was all about crystals.
He had one where he was like friends with a hummingbird or some shit or some sort of bird.
Good for him, I guess.
And like Heidi, is she just like quiet?
Yeah, I mean, she's like still trying to be, or don't come for me, the Heidi fans. I think she's like still very much wanting to like do music, be a pop singer. I think that was like her thing from the very beginning, that she wanted to sing.
I remember him being so controversial, especially after she got all those surgeries, which they were like saying that he like forced her into that. I mean, who knows the truth?
I don't remember. I know that he was, I mean, of course he was such a hated character in The Hills, but we've since learned that The Hills wasn't real, you guys. It was scripted.
You're like the last to know.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
you guys knew?
I was like, they would just lie to us like that? So like, I'm like, everything on TV, everything that they're showing you is like spun in some way.
I think there's going to be a Laguna Beach reunion soon.
They're on Tubi or something like that. It's on something like, or Freebie. I think it's on something like that. If I remember correctly.
I've been getting a lot of, do you remember Kelly Catrone from The Hills?
Yes. She was
Cunty,
People's Revolution.
And then she ended up being a judge on America's Next Top Model, which she is a big defender of Tyra.
Is she?
She's like, yeah, like that documentary, they did her dirty. She's like, they're pinning it all on Tyra.
I mean, that's also true. Like how, like
there was, I mean,
they are. I think to some degree, she's also being the scapegoat, because like for people to say like they didn't see that, they didn't know that. I'm like, she didn't. I doubt that she made decisions like entirely like her. Like there's a team.
Yeah. And two, she kept going on and on about Jay Manuel because she's like, like, how dare you bite the hand that feeds you? Like, you stayed on for that long. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that all this shit was happening,
Yeah,
but
but the
you still
checks
did
were
it.
clearing, huh?
You still did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So she
yeah,
was
yeah.
very much like that. But I think, too, on Kelly Catrone's part, I think she was very familiar with how the fashion industry worked and how people talk to each other. So for her, I think she was like,
It was
this shit's
normal.
normal.
Yeah.
And I think that was Tyra's whole thing. She's like, this is how fashion works. Obviously not well, I mean, the whole race swapping,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
sure that's been done, honestly, probably.
but that's also like the point. Like, yeah, that's how the fashion industry is. But the point is that it should not have been that
Exactly.
way.
When I think there was mixed messaging, she was trying to like turn fashion on its head and she's trying to be more accepting and we have a big girl and like, but it didn't go enough.
No, because then her identity became the big girl or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's nuance to it. I think it's really easy for us to get our pitchforks out. You know what I mean? But I see it both ways. But yeah, Kelly Catrone is very interesting. And she did this interview and she was talking about how like she started in PR or whatever. And then she like got really into drugs. And at one point she was like living in a hotel in LA and like had no money. She was like ready to like kill herself. And something happened to her and she was able to like kind of get back on the wagon. And she's like, I had to like start again and all this stuff. And because recently I've been having an identity crisis because I'm more aware that we're getting older. You know what I mean? Which what I'm about to say this, you're gonna roll your eyes, but I'm finding gray hairs and it's freaking me out.
Oh my God. Me with chingos of gray hairs.
I found like chingos of gray hairs, and for the longest time I just wanted to be older and like be an adult for most of my life, and now I'm like, oh shit, it feels like I'm running out of time. So I'm just kind of thinking about the things that I want to do. Like, what are my dreams when I was younger? Because I was talking to one of my best friends, Adele, that I've known since middle school. She lives in New York. And I was like, you and I used to talk about moving to New York together all the time. And I was like, before I die, like, I want to move to New York. You know, and Luke and I want to make that happen. So I've just been thinking a lot about, like, starting over, like, making new goals or whatever. And so hearing her talk about her journey, I was like, I could probably figure something out.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that gay?
that's so gay. No, you in the grand scheme of things, you are young that you can move to New York. Do it.
Okay, and another. Okay, so
Bye.
I'm
Bye,
quitting this podcast.
Bye, sister.
Bye, losers. Fuck you. You're cool.
What is it? Good morning. Now you
can choke. So, okay, speaking of young, I was having trouble with my knees. I went to a PT. Speaking of old as well, I was having trouble.
My knees were clicking.
Yeah, I've been having like pain with my knees, and since I've been working out, like I want to be careful about that because going to the gym helps me with my mental health. I'm like a gym person now. If I don't go to the gym, I feel crazy. So I went to a PT. This guy helped me, and there was I guess she was Gen Z. She was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 34. And the guy, my PT, she was like, you know, you guys are the same age, right? And the other guy, he was like more like gordito and he was like pelon. And she was like, you guys are the same age. Like, he looks younger than you.
Who? You
I
looked
looked younger than him.
What? First of all, bitch, don't be saying
I
that.
know, she said that in front of everybody. And I
That's
was like, she's like, you
rude.
look really young, like for your age. I was like, thank you. She's like, you look like 27. He was like, she's only saying that because she's 27. So that was a nice compliment from a Gen Z, I guess, that I didn't look 34. So that helps that I don't look old. But
You're
I was like,
keep me young.
I know the whole time I was like, but yeah, that's crazy that Gen Z just says whatever they want in front of people.
They sure do. They sure do. Oh, so this weekend we went up north. We're around up north because Mark moved up north now. So we had lunch with them and went to this like Mexican restaurant around his neighborhood. And we're there. And I was like, I just wanted a michelada. I was like, I'm just craving a michelada. So we went and we sat down and like I ordered a michelada, Ricardo orders a modelo, and then Mark orders a modelo. And then el mesero, el señor, he was like, ¿Cuántos años tienes? And he was like, Mark's like, well, I'm 20, I'm 28. And then he's like, and like shows him the ID and everything. And he's like, but he's like, But he's like kind of like joking around too, because
Yeah.
he's like, and he's like, okay, I guess you're not a kid.
Yeah.
But he's like, ¿te pareces chiquito?
Yeah.
He's like, ¿te traigo una cita? Like, or something like that. I don't know. It was just like cracking me up.
You just see you putting your head next to Mark's like, I'm young
I was
too,
like, oh,
right?
we're both young, right? Well, no, let me tell you, that was also at another bar on East. We were on the East Side, and I think this was, ¿cómo se llama? Jackalope, the one on the East Side. And we're at the bar, and Ricardo and I are like standing at the bar, and I'm ordering the drink, but I order one for Mark, who's like standing behind me. But also, I think also the way the optics that it looked like I was trying to buy a kid a drink, because was standing back by the wall, and he just like, he looks young. It's a chiquito. He also looks young, and like, I think he was like wearing like a hoodie and a cap, and it's like, okay. And the girl or the guy's like, does he have ID? I need to see some ID from him. And so he comes and he shows the ID, and then I was like, do you see my ID? And he goes, I see the grays, baby. And I was like, ah.
Oh, okay.
Dragged.
That reminds me. I was at Alamo Draft House. We were watching the drama, and we were getting beers. And he asked for my ID. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so. It's great that you're asking me for my ID. I feel so young." Didn't respond to me at all. Just ignored what I said and walked away. I was like, "Okay, great."
Yeah, he's like, I don't have time for this.
Anyway, faggot. Happy Pride.
Okay. Given that we're let's talk about our outfits, because I know, of course, we are the iconic couple in history at Enos and Jack Twist of Brokeback Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me about your outfit.
So I'm wearing brown boots and some light denim Levi's, a brown belt, and then a light shirt.
And a
Plaid
hat.
and a hat, yeah.
I'm wearing blue skinny jeans, my denim skinny jeans. And I don't have cow they them boots. So I'm just wearing like these tall, like what is it, calf length black Steve Madden boots that Ricardo got me years ago.
They're very millennial.
They are. And so and then I'm wearing a blue denim long sleeve button down. And my cowboy hat, cow they them hat is black.
Well, we're referencing a very specific photo. Maybe Ricky can put it here.
Yes, put the photo.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be Photoshop our faces. I'll do that for the thing. But given that we are in our straightest wear,
Luke was shocked when he saw me.
give me a hot take. Give me a straight man hot take.
Okay, okay.
Like, what's a phrase that, I guess a fucking, what are we, like country?
Okay.
Man? Cowboys?
I think I've said this before, but I think the way I think sometimes because of the way that we think of women, some women expect a lot from men, and they kind of take up a lot of space in a way that is very annoying to me.
Okay. Like,
expecting doors to be opened, expecting for you to get out of the way, them kind of being in the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman, like, no man's gonna, like, be in my way.
Okay. So what you're saying is women belong in the kitchen?
Yes. I hate women. Just put that on repeat. I hate women.
I was trying. Oh, what is my hot take is?
You hate gay people.
Yeah, that ain't right. I've said it once, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
I've
You
said
guys.
it on my Substack.
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
I find your Reddit account is just vitriol against gay
Not
people.
in my country. My hot take is that. Fuck, I had it and now I lost it.
Did you lose it, or are you just afraid?
My hot take is that there are there are more gay and bisexual, or like more like not straight, because there's so many options, men than we realize, than they realize.
That's your hot take.
Yeah.
No, I want like a you're straight and you're kind of ignorant hot take.
I don't have
That's so funny. You guys, there's like a lot of bisexual people out there.
No.
Or you think there's too many?
No, being like there's no, okay, my hot take is that there's no such thing as a straight man. That's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
that there's some queerness to all of y'all. I like Ricardo says he's not straight. Like whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like whatever is, there's like this being straight, and then there's like the whole.
I don't think straight exists.
Breaking news.
So my thing is like,
Well, what about you? Because we've talked about you and you're like, I'm straight.
well,
Run and tell that.
I feel okay. So if
What
I'm
makes
saying
you
like,
queer? What makes you queer?
right? Okay, so like, what could make me queer? I think some women are beautiful.
Tell me more.
There are some women that I see that I'm like, she's hot. Like,
You'd make out with her.
ooh, okay.
Let's talk about
Is
it.
that the queer? Is that the defining?
It is sexuality, right?
No, I don't think about making out.
Well,
Fuck, am I straight?
What about touching titties?
No.
You're like, only men are gay.
No, yeah,
Only men are not
only men
straight.
are gay. I
Maybe
guess
you just haven't found the right woman.
you know what that
That's
may
how those
very
movies
well be
start.
true.
Sometimes it's like this woman who's like real straight, and then they just meet this like, butch woman who just
Or girly.
or girly who knows how to make a woman feel like a woman.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it's enough to like just find other women attractive, I guess.
Well,
Like, how does it make you feel when you see a beautiful woman? Is it more like, yes, girl? Or is it more like, oh my God, she's so beautiful? Like, would you cuddle with another woman?
no, I'm not a cuddler though. By default, it's too hot.
Breaking news, Linda is completely straight.
Oh man, on Forge to tell you
That
all
is not woke at all.
during Pride Month to out myself as a straight.
That's your hot take, is you're straight. 100%.
My hot take is that I'm 100% straight, and that sucks.
You're like, I want to be gay so bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. Mom and dad, like, stop listening, but I think I could eat a pussy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just any?
They're all beautiful, Linda. What do you mean? Like
You're right.
A
They come in all-
big, fat, juicy pussy. That's what
In all shapes and sizes.
a wide set vagina. That's what I want.
Said much.
And I could see myself doing that. I could see myself doing like some sort of bisexual trio or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I like titties.
I don't have any.
Put that on my tombstone. He liked titties.
He liked titties. He was gay, but he liked titties.
Yeah. So, but I prefer men for sure,
Yeah. Oh, you guys, it's so hard being straight. And you know what? Next month is straight pride. That's my hot take.
We're going to talk about it on my Reddit account. What do you think of Linda being 100% straight, Ricky? You think you could change her?
I don't know. I don't think anything of it. I accept everybody for who they are.
Oh, get out of here with your wokeness.
I mean, there are probably all, I don't think every man, there are probably men that are like, I'm super straight, right? But there are,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. My hot take is that there's no straight man.
okay.
There's queerness in
You're
everybody.
right. A hot take doesn't mean it's true. It's just a hot take.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
There are definitely more. I think maybe you're onto something because I just think men are more sexual. They're hypersexual. I'm not saying that women aren't, right?
And for each other.
Like they're just,
Like they work out for each other.
and they'll fuck anything we've taught. Like a man can get and I can speak from personal experience. You can get an erection like this very quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you close your eyes enough, you can let your bro do that, you know?
If you're drunk enough.
If you're drunk enough.
If you guys are like faded, cross-faded.
So there's something, I think there is something to that, for sure.
Yeah, so and that is my hot take is that there's no such thing as a straight man everyone's a little queer.
Except for Linda.
And that ain't right.
Enjoy Pride. Be safe.
Happy Pride.
Hi, gay.
Hi gay. Bye gay. But only this month.
Yeah.
What is it? July 1st? Wrap it up because then it's all about USA.
Don't do it in my face, please.
Then get that shit out of my face.
We'll see you next time with who knows what we'll come up with for
Who
Pride.
knows, you guys?
Yeah.
Bye, amigas.
Bye.